Hi there! As a BL fan who takes a lot of stories seriously, I enjoy taking a closer look at the world of BL and analyzing it according to certain subjects. In each video, I take on a subject in an informative and hopefully entertaining way, and express my thoughts with the help of a co-narrator. Helping me narrate this video is...
이상 발표자 추상호였습니다.
From Semantic Error. Together we bring you Relentless Chasing in BL. I've been regularly watching and sometimes reading BL for a few years now. As time passes and the more media that I consume, the more I get tired of some of the common tropes. The main topic of this video is a narrative trope that I had come to dislike quite a bit. I've consumed plenty of stories where the ascribed seme, or top, romantically or lustfully pursues the uke, the ascribed bottom, who for a long time is not receptive to this. This active chasing, I'm going to call it, is the driving force that brings the two men together. This chase is usually purposefully drawn out to keep the couple apart for as long as possible, to heighten the tension between the characters. The reason I came to dislike it quite a bit is that the main reason it takes so long for them to come together is because the uke isn't initially interested in a relationship with Seme and rejects him multiple times. The Seme basically disregards this rejection and keeps going, pulling out all the stops and trying every trick in the book to win the uke over. Some shenanigans and sweet talking later, and the uke starts falling for him.
爱你哦。
你要再胡扯，歇死你！
The major problem that this creates for me is that the Seme is basically trying to prove what a great man he is, while at the same time not taking no for an answer, aka not respecting the uke and his wishes. It just comes across as selfish to me. The Seme's actions are usually framed in such a way to give the message that the Seme needs to be inconsiderate so that the two men will get together. This is also frustrating for me because from my perspective, the things the Seme does that ultimately win the uke over are hardly worthy of turning the tide on the uke's emotions. But that's just my personal view, others will see that differently. To be clear, I'm not talking about chasing in BL in general. I'm only talking about the cases where a Seme pursues an uke who is very clearly not receptive and rejects the Seme multiple times. There are other stories where the Seme pursues the uke and he is more receptive, while it's their circumstances that delay them coming together. That can get a bit repetitive as well, but I don't have a serious problem with chasing in general. This video is just about chasing relentlessly in spite of the lengthy protest to it. I've seen so many bad examples of Semes relentlessly chasing unreceptive ukes, I'd become automatically turned off by it whenever I saw it. However, my opinion on the relentless chase has recently softened. The drama that changed my mind on this topic is Business as Usual from South Korea. The characters Choi Jin-won and Kim Min-jun fit neatly into the chaser and chasee roles respectively. They were briefly together at university, then didn't see each other for 8 years until Choi Jin-won joins the publishing company that Kim Min-jun works at. Kim Min-jun is cold, distant, and moves away from Choi Jin-won any chance that he gets. Choi Jin-won is affected by this, but he still keeps trying to get closer to Kim Min-jun. First just to talk about what happened between them at university, then because he learns to understand Kim Min-jun and his feelings better. I usually hate chasers who keep going despite all the resistance, verbal or non-verbal, but not only did I find myself rooting for Choi Jin-won to keep going, I ended up really respecting him as a character. So what's different with them? Why is Choi Jin-won's chase not disrespectful? Well, in general, he's very considerate. For one thing, he's not physically overbearing. So many other chasers get very close and handsy as part of their pursuit, and it quickly feels like an invasion of the chasee's personal space. In business as usual, when they first get together, he's basically just shooting his shot by doing little things to get closer to Kim Min-jun. 8 years later, when they meet again, his pursuit isn't necessarily romantic at first. He clearly still has feelings for Kim Min-jun, but his main goal at first is to get answers to some questions he has from when they were together. He has unresolved feelings, and as he hears Kim Min-jun's side of what happened, he realizes that the same thing goes for him. After all, they were happy once, for a very short time, even if it wasn't all perfect. When Choi Jin-won recognizes that Kim Min-jun is doing his best to protect his own feelings, he tries to win him back because he sees a chance to be happy again. Their dynamic and the way that the chase unfolds strike a very good balance between Choi Jin-won testing the waters with Kim Min-jun and seeking to untie unresolved knots between them, but only going as far as is respectful, all while being unsure about what the outcome will be. Him being so respectful towards Kim Min-jun is just one of the reasons I respect him so much. Besides that, this man has had his heart broken, but he still decides to find out what was actually behind it. Then he meets Kim Min-jun, and his former flame is immediately cold and distant towards him. Still, Choi Jin-won wants to talk it out. Kim Min-jun is blunt and rejects his later advances, but he still remains persistent without being overbearing. Choi Jin-won has more patience and emotional intelligence than the majority of BL characters in semi-roles. And the fact that he gets hurt by Kim Min-jun at times, but is able to get over it and then continues to try to get closer to him, never comes across as predatory, just as emotional fortitude. This drama really put the whole relentless chaser, reluctant chasee dynamic into perspective for me. It works very well here, but not because Kim Min-jun does actually have feelings for Choi Jin-won from the start. Choi Jin-won doesn't know that for sure. It works because Kim Min-jun is afraid of being hurt again, not just from what happened between him and Choi Jin-won before, but also from his other relationship experiences, and he isn't confident in himself. He is shy, and for a good portion of the story, he isn't the one taking action, but reacting to what others are doing. So it makes a lot of sense that his counterpart would be somebody who takes the initiative, but in a considerate way. Other than a few small issues I have with this drama, overall I was so taken with the characters and the story, and I would highly recommend it to others. And you know what? I'm sure there are many other possibilities of how the relentless chase trope can be used, and still have it be a healthy relationship dynamic. In general, I would say that the trope can work whenever you have a character who is shy, who doesn't have much confidence in themselves, who isn't good at expressing themselves, or is disillusioned about love and relationships. Or on the straighter side of BL, when you have a male character who thinks that he can't be attracted to another man. If you have any other ideas, or know another story that's a good example, please share in the comments below. Ultimately though, what I've learned is that it all comes down to the chaser being considerate and respectful in his actions. He doesn't need to be a complete saint or have such a quick understanding of the situation as Choi Jin-won, but I root for the respectful one to win, not the demanding one. Thank you for watching my video. Subscribe if you liked it and comment your thoughts below. Take care!